Theatre is what I grew up doing and loving, and so it's what made me fall in love with acting, and so it's nice to come back home, it feels like.
Well, hello there. We're at the Trafalgar Theatre today as the West End gets set for the UK premiere of Samuel D. Hunter's Clarkston, starring Ruaridh Mollica, Sophie Melville, and WhatsOnStage Award winner Joe Locke. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring that little bell for all those notifications. And now, roll the highlights.
It is our West End debut.
Both of our West End debuts.
I've wanted to work on the West End for a very long time. Ever since I was in college studying theater, I've always loved British theater. I studied abroad here. And it's always been kind of a not so secret goal of mine to have a play on here. So this feels really exciting for me. I'm so excited to be doing it with Sam, who I got to work on with a play earlier this year, but also grew up reading and seeing his plays. So it feels exciting to be doing it together.
Yeah, that's so crazy to me. I grew up reading my plays. I love that. I know, but I love that. That's amazing. I feel like I've been a creature of the off-Broadway for so long, but like Jack, I also did a semester abroad in college, well before Jack did, and studied playwriting here, and really immersed myself in the theater. And I've always felt like theater is it's so ingrained in public life here in England, and I've always been so envious of that.
I think what's so good about Sam Hunter's plays is that they are so complicated in a really fun way, and so a lot of it is in the characters, but the story follows Jake, who comes to Clarkston in Washington and starts working at a Costco. Most of the play is set inside this Costco, and meets Chris, and they form a friendship, and it's a lot about their relationship, and then Chris's relationship with his mum, and not everything goes to plan.
Yeah, I think Clarkston, for all of its sort of conversation about American history and what has become of the American experiment, that all exists on kind of thematic levels, but really what the play is fundamentally is sort of an exploration of platonic male love, you know what I mean? And that was always kind of the ground floor for me. It was I wanted to write a play about two guys who are both gay, but the play doesn't have to be a romance. The play does not have to be about them coming to blows, you know what I mean? That it really is just sort of these two guys saving each other.
Yeah, I play Jake, and he's quite different to me as a person, I'd say. He's if I was an obnoxious Ralph Lauren wearing private school boy, which is almost makes it really fun to play because that wasn't my experience. But he's still a nice guy. He means well.
I play the character of Chris in Clarkston. Chris is this guy who was born in Lewiston, Idaho, which is the American West, and he's working just across the bridge in Clarkston, Washington. He works the overnight stalker job where he meets a certain Jake. I think Chris has lived most of his life kind of bottling feelings. He comes from that kind of group of men in that part of society where it's not okay to show how you're feeling, and especially as he's gay, and kind of Idaho and Washington is it's a hard place to be publicly and openly gay. So I think he holds on to a lot of that and loves to make himself feel kind of small and not noticed. And he's also got a pretty complicated relationship with his mother that he desperately wants to fix.
I play Trisha in Clarkston, and she's a mother. She struggles with addiction, but when we meet her in the play, she has been clean for 6 months, so she is trying to turn over a new leaf and start afresh. We sort of see how that progresses, really. I do feel my energy feels similar to Trisha, but in terms of who she is as a person, probably less so. But she's the mother in the story, and I think that's a role I take on quite a lot in my life.
The group of people that are making this show are just such wonderful people, and it's been such a nice room to be in with my castmates and the creative team. It feels very collaborative, and that's like a wonderful thing about theatre is like film and TV. It's all very like you do what you're told to do, whereas in theatre, this has felt like a very collaborative process with everyone.
For me, just getting to work in theatre, is so new for me. I never thought I'd be doing a West End show, and like we're on week 4 of rehearsals at the moment, and I'm so like creatively fulfilled, and I'm so much more tired than I thought I'd be, and I'm having so much fun, and I'm just learning so much.
The most rewarding aspect of the rehearsal process is just the people in the room. Like, I love them all so much. When we did the photo shoot back in, God, I don't even know when it was, we just instantly clicked, me and the boys, and everyone else, the whole crew. Everyone's incredible, and we're having a really lovely time. It's very playful, it's very, very cheeky, but also a lot of love, a lot of support, and it's going to be a belter.
I think I found the whole thing really challenging. The character is very challenging. It's a departure from other things I've done, and it's been a great challenge, but it's been definitely hard. Definitely like gone home and had a bit of a cry into a pillow a few times, but in a good way, in like this is hard work, but it's good work kind of way.
I think for me, at the start, the thing I was most worried about was the line learning, but like that just becomes part of you as you kind of build the scene and things. I think like for scenes to be open for change throughout the rehearsal process, I'm so used to it in screen, like we find the way to do it and we'll get the shot and we'll move on, and you've done it that way. Whereas in rehearsal, it's like you come back to something, you open that box up again, you maybe fight for the best idea, and then next week you might change it again and see what feels best. It's something that's constantly kind of growing and changing until you find this right thing. So that's been really interesting.
Working with Ruaridh and Joe has been a real joy, actually. The rehearsal room is like, it's kind of a giddy room. Like I think we all really like being there. It's a very huggy room too. I think we're all very fond of each other. And it feels like we're all on board telling the exact same story, and that's like all you can ask for in a rehearsal process. We only have 2 more days left in our rehearsal hall, and I'm going to be so sad to leave it behind. It's been yeah.
And to say something for our incredible Sophie Melville, I've known Sophie as an actor for a long time, and saw Iphigenia in Splot years ago, and just was like, oh, that's an extraordinary actor. And it's been so great to have her in this company. She's extraordinary, but it's also, Sophie is a stage veteran. She's a London stage veteran, and you've got Joe and Ruaridh basically making their stage debuts. They've only done limited stage work, and so she's become this like wonderful kind of mentor figure to both of them and to us. So yeah, it's a beautiful company.
Ooh, I mean, I hope people like the show. I hope people resonate with it. I think at the heart of it, it's a story about human connection, and that hopefully will resonate with the audience.
Clarkston is scheduled to play a limited run here at the Trafalgar Theatre until the 22nd of November 2025. As always, you can leave your thoughts about the show in the comments section down below. But please, for the love of a certain heart-stopping young warlock, keep it kind. And I'll see you next time for What's on Stage.
Well, firstly, thank you for having me here. What a treat.
Ruaridh, did you used to watch Ruaridh the Racing Car?
He's off to the Beeb. He's doing the One Show. I know. I've asked him to plug me for Strictly because I'd really like to do the tango. I'd honestly, I could retire. Really? Yeah.
Stop looking at me.
Look away.
No, I'm kidding. Look at me more.
I love you.
I love you too.